Welcome back, Sharks. On today's edition of Campus Talk, we'll be speaking to Athletics Director of the Kendall campus, Michael Balado, who's going to give us the rundown on everything sports-related here at MDC. Let's go check it out. Michael, it's finally great to meet you.
Dylan, good to meet you, my man.
As you've probably assumed already, I'm not here for a quick game of horse, unless you want to test your skills against a master of the mic and drill.
I believe
such as myself.
You're scaring me with the walk-up. I'm a little bit out of shape, so I don't want to do it right now.
Well, listen, we can go over that later. Thank you for the compliment, by the way.
No problem.
But today we are here to discuss the sports programs here at Kendall campus and just give student athletes incoming or who are already here an overview of what it's like here. And can you give us a little bit of detail on that?
Yeah, I'm so excited, first of all, to be the director of athletics here. Got here in August. I've grown up in Miami all my life. I've played in this gym many a times. Miami-Dade is a special place in my heart. This is where I started my coaching career. And one of the things coming back important to me was letting the community and our students, faculty, staff know how important athletics is to this college. It's something that's grown, has a lot of tradition. We have a lot of alumni that played athletics here that's also working in this community. And we want to bring that back. We want to bring that excitement back of the days where championships were won and kids were graduating and going on to play at other places. So I'm hoping that that word gets out more, and that we're able to bring in and hone in on a community that can come in and back our teams up next year.
Got it, exactly. It's that championship mentality that I'm sure students see all the time, right? Whether it's dingers in the baseball field, a majestic twisting dive into the pool, or this very court that we're standing on. Can you give us a little bit of a rundown on how these facilities that you provide to the student athletes here on campus work? Anything that I've mentioned or anything else that we have here on campus?
Yeah, it's amazing how many phone calls I get for people to come and rent and use a facility. That shows you right there how good it is. When we look at this athletic campus, athletic village, which is where the sports teams are housed, which is the Kendall campus. You look outside, we have an Olympic-sized pool, Olympic-sized diving. We host a lot of high school events, a lot of college events here because we're one of the only people in Miami that have this facility in the swimming and diving. You look at this court, 5,800 people can sit in here. We house men's and women's basketball and volleyball. We've held tournaments here, high school tournaments. We've held college tournaments in here, aside from our teams. So when you come in and look at this place, this is a very multi-purpose arena. We have graduation in here. We have concerts in here. It's an amazing place for people to come in and enjoy a basketball game, but also enjoy something else as well. And you go outside and you look at the baseball field, brand new, beautiful turf, and you look at the softball fields, all well kept by our facilities team, which I give them a lot of credit. Our teams are housed out there, baseball and softball. Excellent teams, a lot of tradition, a lot of fun, great weather. Come watch them. And then the last part is if you walk outside, you see a lot of dirt by the track. That's where our new soccer stadium is going to go. And I'm really excited about that. I know we'll talk about that in a second, but we're also adding men's and women's soccer, and we're putting a house for them for people to come and watch them play next season.
Well, since you already mentioned it, I mean, the cat's out of the bag now, I assume. For the first time ever, MDC is going to be having a brace of sorts, some soccer terms for those out there, men's and women's soccer coming this fall. What are some of the short-term and some of the long-term goals that you hope to accomplish with these two teams?
Well, first, I'm very proud of our men's soccer tradition. We won 2 national championships in the early 80s. And we have multiple state championships as well. This is the first year next season that we're going to have women's to go along with that.
Oh, got it.
Soccer is a huge growing sport. We have the greatest player in the world playing in the 305 in Lionel Messi. Inter Miami has made a huge push, so the soccer community is growing so much, so why not add a sport like that? There are a lot of good soccer players locally, there's a lot of good soccer players internationally. Miami is a conglomerate, a potpourri of different nationalities. What a great place to recruit, right? Yeah. And now you're adding a brand new stadium. Some of the short-term goals is, let's get that field ready.
Yeah,
that's
of course.
Big-time short-term
100%.
goal. Let's build a team. We're starting from scratch, so we're signing men and women right now. So when August starts, we have a full team on both ends. And then long-term goals. We want to graduate kids. We want to make them go play at high levels, whether it be Division I, Division II, or professional. And we want to win national championships. That's the long-term goal. No, this is a great place, and I think Miami-Dade has the potential to be a star in that sport. All the other ones as well, but especially soccer. So long-term goals for us is to hang up a lot of banners like volleyball has in here, and maybe we can go out and get on a good run.
I'm very excited to see that. And you've just mentioned all these accolades that MDC has already, been able to accomplish. And I feel like a lot of times the Sharks, we get this sort of overlooked, I'd say, having a lot of bark, but they kind of underestimate our bite.
Right.
Can you sort of remind everyone the decorated stat sheet or sheet that we have as a school?
Well, we're one of the only schools that you can see has as many state championships and national championships in volleyball. Our women's volleyball team is extremely strong. We have a bunch of young ladies playing at different levels, higher levels, successful. We've had most of them all graduate. Baseball has also won state championship back in the 80s as well. Basketball in the early 90s was really strong. I was here in 2003 to 2005. We lost 6 games in 2 years, check the record. So we were pretty good. The biggest thing is to consistently hang those banners. That's what we want to do. We don't want a gap. We want to consistently bring back that tradition. And the only way to do that is by the help of our community. And the biggest misconception is that the Sharks just represent Kendall.
Yeah.
Shark represents the entire body of Miami-Dade College, all 8 campuses. We're all fighting, playing, sweating for them.
You mentioned us students coming together with players and faculty alike to create this sort of, homegrown, just welcoming community. Is there any other resources that students have at hand that they can look into or get more information to learn more about these programs?
Yeah, so the first thing I would do is everybody's on social media.
Yeah.
Go follow our X and our Instagram pages, all right, MDC Sharks. Each team has their own. You can follow them as well. Everything's updated daily. We have a sports information director, that's his job. And then also go to our website, mdcathletics.com. It's updated, got live stats. We also have live broadcasts for teams that are playing. We broadcast every game that's played on this campus. So if you're interested, you want to be a fan, you want to look in there, we're also going to put a store on there where people can go out and buy gear. That's coming up soon as well. Give you a little sneak peek. We just signed a 5-year deal with Adidas. So that's a big deal for all students, faculty, and staff will all get promotional stuff from Adidas directly with Miami-Dade Sharks on it. So that's a big deal for us. So things like that, the website, social media, you want to stay on top of athletics, go. But the best way to do it, show your face. Once you find out what date that is, I need you in the stands, I need you cheering, buying hot dogs, cheering on your teams, and let's grow this thing to be something really, really great.
Well, can't thank you enough for giving us your time today, Michael. As always, it's a pleasure, and go Sharks.
Dylan, thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of Campus Talk. Don't forget to catch us at the next campus. Go Sharks!